When will they ever learn? Where have all the youngers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the youngers gone? Long time ago. Neskari baldago. Go to young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Aspaldikori, iyo birik baldago, nora begira, lore bihurtu dira, nora goruz begira, ez dugu ikasi, des ez da gigu! Lore algon dira, aspaldikoak, lore algon dira, nora begira. Where are the flowers gone? Go to young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn?
Good evening and welcome to the 68th edition of the San Sebastian Film Festival.
Pete Seeger in the song asking where all the flowers have gone.
We want to think that they appear at the most difficult places and situations.
Just like the rare flowers that bloom against all odds, between the most unexpected cracks in asphalt, life always opens its way against adversity. And in that way, the San Sebastian International Film Festival, in this year's edition,
Nowadays, in these times of insecurity and uncertainty, the word distance has now a meaning we didn't expect.
the distance that separates us is in turn a distance that saves us, because albeit it's true that that distance physically distances us from each other, but there's no lucidity without distance.
Which is the appropriate distance to talk, to connect? Which is the appropriate distance to watch a film?
It seems a common to assert that films allow us to empathize and to move us with stories of places and people from distant times. But in a moment in which the planet cries out for a change of attitude and habits, cinema cannot remain indifferent. To continue living, shooting a film, we become aware of the air that we breathe and the space that we occupy.
The situation asks us to stop and slow down, and the festival has done it. With uncertainty, but with optimism.
If there's something that the film festival can take pride in, is the reuniting friends that come every year to visit San Sebastian. Cinema is entrusted with shortening distances and make us return home again.
And because of that, this year, more than ever, thank you very much for your loyalty. Distances are not measured equally in darkness or in light. At times, we have to wait for the night for the distance to shorten. At times, we have to wait for the day.
On the other hand, darkness or light weaves space and its combinations in some cases, and values are inverted. Short becomes long, and long becomes or turns short.
Plus, there is a fact: day and night don't fill space equally.
And full and empty distances are not measured equally. Just as either do large distances between things, or distances between large things and the distances between small things, can they be measured equally?
in honor of Jose Maria Riba and all of those that have gone before us.
Yep. Defoe, what a profile. I said, you feel like issuing coins with his face. And an imposing nose with a lot of personality. Yep. Well, he's got a profile of a Roman general. No, Defoe has a clear Basque profile. Yeah, that's right. Defoe, Echezarreta, Corro, Chagategui, etc. No, I think they would be from a homestead out in the country. Yep. You know what I like is the magazine this year, the festival's magazine this year. It's well explained. Well, people are very elegant in San Sebastian. They do things very well. Even the synopsis. Well, look, goosebumps, just by reading the synopsis. But what a synopsis? They're even better than the films. Yep. It's impossible not to read it and want to watch the film. Yes, it's pure poison. Addictive. I don't know why directors are bent on making movies. Well, if you've got a good synopsis, a powerful synopsis with a punch, why? Why make the film then? Well, I say it because of saving time. Okay, you can say, they can ask you, have you seen Scorsese's last film? Yes, well, no. I've read Scorsese's synopsis, and it sounds even more intellectual. Yeah, the truth is The Irishman lasted for 3 hours, and you've got to find the time. But slowly but surely, there are directors, actresses, people in the makeup, technicians, and scriptwriters, and the industry has to make money. But a festival of synopses, not too sure. Yeah, we'd have to fit another S. What do you mean another S? San Sebastian International Synopsis Festival. SSI, SFN. Bit too long? Yeah, too long to read. Too long. Yes, too long. Well, according to this, we've got to we're going to allow the Cannes Festival oh, you mean Cannes? That's what I said, Cannes? No, Cannes. Cannes. Cannes in Spanish. Cannes. Cannes is Cannes. Well, okay, Cannes. What's this story about S's? How tiring you are. Oh, wait. Let's watch the video, the Cannes Film Festival video.
Dans quelques jours, la Planète Cinéma déménage à Cannes.
The Cannes Film Festival is getting underway tonight.
La mer, ensuite la plage, et puis derrière la Croisette, et enfin tout à fait derrière le Palais des Festivals.
Glamour au rendez-vous.
The festival is an occasion to get closer to a glamorous world they can't approach anywhere else.
Je déclare le 55e Festival du Cannes ouvert.
Open.
Je déclare ouvert. The 54th International Film Festival of Cannes open.
Le 53e, c'est ça.
Festival internazionale del film di Cannes.
Open.
Dichiaro aperto.
International Film Festival
Is open.
Nous déclarons maintenant l'ouverture de le 303e Festival du Cannes.
We declare the open, the 65th Cannes Film Festival.
J'ai le plaisir de déclarer l'ouverture.
And with that, may I now declare the 66th Annual Cannes Film Festival.
It is now my signal honor and privilege to declare the festival officially open.
Good evening. Thank you very much for being with us this evening here at Nicursal, especially in this year where the pandemic has hit many households and so many people. A pandemic that has also hit the world of cinema with film shoots that have not been finished, films that have been stopped, and festivals that have not been able to be held. Just a few weeks ago, we got together in Venice, invited by the director of the festival, Alberto Barbera. 8 European festivals got together. We did this with the intention of reaffirming our commitment with the film industry, but also because we want to express our opinion that a film festival is not only a place where films are projected, it's also a community of people, a space where we exchange experiences. And also, we wanted to speak quite clearly that for those festivals, for us, the best place to see a film continues to be in a film theater. Amongst those 8 festivals was the Cannes Film Festival. The Cannes, the most important competitive film festival in the world. It's a festival that's a friend and which we have a close relationship, and this year was held. And something else links us this year. There are 17 films from their selection that were not being able to be shown, but can be seen in San Sebastian, some of them in the competitive section. We wanted the Cannes Film Festival to accompany us and inaugurate this edition of the San Sebastian Film Festival as a symbol of the link and union between people, between these film festivals, and a homage, a tribute to the other film festivals that couldn't be held, and those that were held, but with enormous problems and enormous complications, because this situation is absolutely new for all of us. That is why we have with us the director of the Cannes Film Festival, Mr. Thierry.
¿Puedo sacarlo? Sí. Solamente para mostrar. Hay distancia. Es un orgullo. Bueno, voy a tratar de hablar español.
I'm going to try to speak in Spanish with my very poor Spanish that I learned in Buenos Aires. That's why I have a very unique accent. The first time when I met Pedro Almodóvar, after 5 minutes he said, let's speak in English if you want. But I'm going to try to tell you how happy I am this evening of being here in San Sebastian with my friend José Luis, with all of you, with this audience, because it's a festival. It's one of the festivals, most important film festivals in the world. You don't know this, but I would like to tell you that San Sebastian is a yearly meeting which is very important for the world cinema industry because of the artists and also because of the friends and what you mentioned, the great friendship that exists in our work and this world, just like in the rest of the world. As we know that this year the pandemic has hit the rest of the world, I would also like to say that 2 weeks ago we got together with Alberto Barbera in Venice to give our solidarity to the film festivals and to also say that cinema, and I can also say this, here now in San Sebastian, which has an audience, that cinema is alive, that we are holding 2020, the anniversary of 125 years of the birth of the Lumiere's cinematographe. Lumiere invented cinematographic art, he invented a machine, and he also invented the cinema theater or film theater. And the film theaters are always threatened, but we're here to say how film theaters are very important because of our history, because of our culture, and because of our future as well. And undoubtedly, the future is also the future of digital platforms. But what Louis Lumière wanted is what we're all going to be doing this evening all together, to be together to see a film on the big screen and to share the emotions of a film, of a story, of human beings. And I would also like to say it here in this city, which is an incredible city with an incredible audience, cinema will never die. And in order to finish, I would like to thank the San Sebastian Film Festival and José Luis again, and pay true tribute to José María Riba, who also worked for the Cannes Film Festival, and he is the symbol of what we've lost this year. He was a man who was very significant, and also want to pay tribute to Woody Allen, who is a fantastic artist, who is very important in the history of the Cannes Film Festival and the history of this country as well. And it's also very important to remember what all of the artists in the history of cinema have contributed, and Woody Allen is one of these very important and relevant filmmakers. And I would like to also thank you for listening to me, and I'm going to leave. I don't know where the musicians are. Which way do we go? We go this way. Goodbye.
Se coca, se case, Jonas, se Wayne. I don't wanna be the president of America. As the cheers, as the please, as the Jesus, I don't wanna be a candidate for be a man and what I get, cause all I wanna do is spice it cold. Spice it cold. I want to ride my bicycle, I want to ride my bike, I want to ride my bicycle, I want to ride my. So forget all your duties, so yeah.
During the last few years, the relationship of the festival with the cinema schools has been noticeably consolidated. A good sample of this is the section Nest, where film students show their films to the festival, because short films incorporate far-reaching talent. A nautical mile is sufficient to explain what the horizon is. Building bridges is also a work that the film festival does. Makes its own. That's why it's important to support the new director section, which give visibility to new directors and filmmakers who fight against the elements, sometimes for many years, in order to complete their initial films. The flowers. It's quite clear to me that I've been invited, because of the famous I have of sending my students into the fields to look for flowers. The first day, all of the students that come through my restaurant, Mugaritz. In culinary cinema, this year would have very few but very interesting films. And paraphrasing the title of one of these, we continue to search for the recipe of equilibrium. The Pearl section selected of feature films which have been acclaimed in other festivals continues to be one of the most loved by the festival audience. The twofold way of finding pearls and culturing them.
The Cinemira section was born as a fragile seed, but is now strengthening and consolidating itself. It has become a place that Basque productions have deservedly conquered, awakening the interest of the audience.
The section made in Spain is also shortened vis-a-vis the number of films, but not in how strong the proposals are. There's a great range of titles where we're not going to lack any talent, and neither are we going to lack risk. Hi, good evening. It's been 6 months of not being in a film theater. It's a pleasure for me to be here. For Latin American directors such as myself, San Sebastian has always been an enormous platform which has given life to our films. Today, my colleagues, Celia Rico and Valérie Delpitière, and myself, we feel very proud of forming part of the jury of Horizontes Latinos. In Latin America, we have an enormous problem vis-a-vis distribution, and our neighbors don't see our films. Our films don't go beyond our borders, and so therefore people don't get to know our stories. So therefore we want to thank these platforms that allow us to shed some light on those stories and allow us to change this reality slowly but surely. We also want to thank the films that this year have kept us together in these times of social distancing. Thank you.
There's a big difference between being a jury in a court or being a jury in a film festival. Here, our friends and colleagues are the ones who give their verdict, which, plus being a great honor, it's an enormous responsibility and enables us to dig further into the relationship of those that love the cinema. It is a way of reflecting on cinema to ask a question and why not to enrich the ideas we have on this seventh earth. Let's give now a big applause to the members of the jury of this year's official section. Marisa Fernández Armenteros, Michel Franco, Lena Mosun, Joe Alwyn, and Luca Guadagnino, the president of the jury.
Thank you. We've gone through a very difficult time, very challenging year so far. We've been asked to stay separated and isolated, and so what's better than celebrating the art of cinema and its drive towards a collective shared experience of the imagery from tonight until the 26th of September here in San Sebastian. To host a festival and to do so with the flawless organization that we are experiencing here during times of social distancing and global health crisis takes courage. It requires to actually be visionaries. A true visionaire is not someone who exercises in abstraction thought. Visionaire is the one who anticipates time, does not oblige himself, herself, itself, or themselves to a preordained idea, and helps others to take the courage to leap the gap between the possible and the impossible, the unthinkable. This is also what cinema is asked to do: enlighten our imagery with daring, critical, unrestful visions. So, San Sebastian Film Festival and cinema, as always, coincide in their formidable quest to dare us to be daring. It is so wonderful to be here all together tonight. And I'm very honored to share this experience in the jury tonight and in the next few days with Marisa, with Michelle, with Lina, and with Joe. So thank you, Jose Luis, thank you, the team at the festival, and thank you, San Sebastian. Thank you so much.
And now, the time we were all longing for has arrived. Let's listen to a message from an old friend.
Hi, this is Woody Allen from New York, from Central Park. I'm sorry I can't be there, but you know how things have happened. So quite some time ago, the people at Media Pro, very, very nice people that I've made movies with, asked me if I would make a movie in Spain and they would like to finance it. And of course, any opportunity I and my family have to come to Spain is a great pleasure for us. So I thought about it, and I had made a film already in Barcelona and had a wonderful time there. I loved it. I had shot in Barcelona and I had shot in Oviedo, which I love, and that whole area of Spain, Avilas, and we just had a wonderful time. And I was wondering where I could make a movie in Spain that I hadn't filmed before. I would like to make a movie in Madrid, but I shoot all the time in the summer and it's so hot that it would be difficult for me. And I was thinking, and I remembered San Sebastian because I had been at a film festival there, and I remembered how beautiful it was and how picturesque and what a wonderful time we had. So I thought maybe I could make a film in San Sebastian, and then I set about to write a story that took place in San Sebastian. And the only thing I really knew about San Sebastian was that they have this wonderful film festival. So I wrote a movie about the film festival in San Sebastian, and I got a chance to work with all the wonderful Spanish actors and actresses, and I brought over some people from the United States that I've worked with for years to act with me. Wally Shawn, who is an actor who goes all the way back to Manhattan, and I got a chance to work with Gina Gershon, an actress I've always wanted to work with. And so we came to San Sebastian and we stayed there for months, and we had a fabulous time and made a movie about the festival in San Sebastian. I hope you like it. I got a chance to work with Elena Anaya, which was a great treat for me. And we had hoped to come to this festival to be there for the opening of the film, but then the terrible plague happened and everything got screwed up. Anyhow, I hope you like the film, and we're looking forward to returning to San Sebastian, if not to make a film, just to come and to spend some time there and walk the streets and see the sights and eat the food and see the people. And thank you for coming tonight. I hope you enjoy this movie, and it's as pleasurable for you watching it as we had living in San Sebastian and making it. So thanks for showing up, and see you when the plague is over.
Make your bets. What parts of our city has Woody Allen chosen for his look in Rifkin's festival? Let's dream. We don't know, but let's dream on before revealing this secret.
Estuve moviendo por las zonas que están de moda y quedé deslumbrado por el brillo de esas drogas y por las luces de ciudad. Oh, pero vengo arrepentido para decirte que te quiero. Dile a tus padres que me quedo en estas calles que llevo dentro. Te juro que esta vez despierto. Oh, no pienso bajar más al centro. No pienso bajar más al centro. No pienso bajar más al centro de la ciudad, porque es aquí donde mejor me encuentro. No pienso bajar más al centro. No pienso bajar más al centro. Te juro que no pienso bajar más al centro de la ciudad, porque es aquí donde mejor me encuentro.
Reconozcámoslo. Let's recognize it, albeit not all of those images do appear in Woody Allen's film. Perhaps we've given some ideas for future projects.
And now, let's give a big applause to the team representing Rifkin's festival. With all of you, Elena Anaya, Gina Gerson, and Jaume Rodas.
Bona nit a todo el mundo.
Good evening, everyone.
Gracias al festival.
Thank you very much for the festival, not only for allowing us to open the film festival, but for resisting the pandemic, to show that cinema and culture are the best, some of the best weapons in order to overcome this virus, after the help of the healthcare people, because culture is communication, it's knowledge, it's respect, it's solidarity, it's progress, it's democracy, and it will be one of the weapons, cross-sectional weapons, that we will have to use in order to make it out the other end. There are not so many things as cross-sectional as culture. It's quite obvious that cinema is one of the key elements of that culture. That's why we have to defend it and to support it. And that is why it's very important what the San Sebastian Film Festival has done. As I was saying at the beginning, it was to resist. I want to clear up what Woody was saying, because we said, let's make another film. And it wasn't that we told him, do it here. He said, no, he said San Sebastian, because he wanted to make a film which is a tribute to cinema, which is a tribute to what I learned as a filmmaker, what motivated me to make films. It's not that he's saying farewell, despite someone may think so. I think that he's stronger than all of us, I imagine. But he did want, just like Midnight in Paris, he paid tribute to literature. He wanted to pay tribute to great cinema, and what better place to pay tribute to great cinema than the San Sebastian Film Festival, setting that backdrop, with the backdrop of the film festival for the story. You know that you've got, there is so much wealth in this city and richness in the setting of the city, and that can be seen in the film. I want to thank the festival and José Luis for having brought us along, and for making another work of art of Woody, with Elena, with Gina, with Wally and company. Thank you very much for being here, and please continue to forge ahead. Thank you.
Gabón, eskerrik asko.
Good evening, and thank you very much for being here, for making the effort to be here. Cinema is a place which is safe. We all need movies, and movies need us. I hope that you enjoy this film very much. I put my hand over my heart for all of you to salute you. Thank you very much, and be strong. We have to overcome this together.
Good evening. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be here. It's a little bizarre, this whole thing. I thought I was escaping America, and I come here and everyone's in their masks, so I guess this is everywhere. We're all in this together. But I love it here. I loved working here. I hope to come back when we don't have to wear these. But I hope you enjoy the film. We had such a wonderful time making it. And eskerrik asko on the pasha.
This edition would not be possible without the participation of the City Council of San Sebastian, and the Guipúzcoa Provincial Council, the Basque Government, and the Ministry of Culture of the Spanish Government.
And we can't forget our official sponsors, Radio Televisión Española and Movistar, and our helpers.
Audi, Kutxabank, and Amenabar, many thanks for renewing your trust in us.
We remind you that for the well-being of everyone, the use of the mask is compulsory in the gala ceremonies as well as in the projection of the following film. Please keep the safety distance and wash your hands frequently.
If you need to get up, follow the indications given by the staff personnel now as well, the festival staff at the end of the session so that we can leave the theatre in an orderly manner.
The film festival is like a Russian doll. The large ones carry the small ones inside. And just like in Rifkin's, there are many more. Enjoy this edition and don't forget that flowers grow also in the cracks.
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? You're most happy than everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Neskari baldago. Gone to young men, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers everyone. When will they ever learn? When will we ever learn? Eskerrik asko, Gabon.
Thank you.